Number 4, let's go. Welcome to Shay It With Your Chest. It is September 19th, 2022. I am Shay. I hope this episode is finding you guys in good energy and great vibes. I want to take this time really quickly to thank you guys again for all your love and support and encouragement as I'm embarking on this podcasting journey. It's been crazy, and I'm grateful for all your love and support. I'm just going to dive right into this episode because it really, really matters to me and it means a lot personally. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and I just want to acknowledge and discuss my journey with my mental health. I was diagnosed bipolar at 15. I did attempt to take my own life at 15 years old. I don't need to discuss or divulge into how I tried to do it. I just really what was dealing with just a lot of pain and anguish, and I didn't know how or where to turn to. I was very young and I was very uneducated about mental illness, and I thought I was weak. I thought I was less than. I thought I was garbage. I thought that everything that had happened to me was my fault, and I just thought I was not worthy of living anymore. So I did try to take my own life at 15 years old, and it's hard hearing me say that out loud, even though few people know about that part of my life. Um, it still sits with you though. Um, Being bipolar, I've never taken medication. I go through highs and lows, um, and I don't really have a say in how my body handles my chemicals, I guess. For normal people, people feel normal emotions, sadness, anger, happiness, this, that, and the other. But when you have a chemical imbalance, which is what bipolar disorder is, you don't really have a say. Your body just responds and reacts in the way that it does, and you normal people, most people do get on medication. I chose not to because I feel like, I'm not saying it's a badge of honor, but this is the hand that I was dealt. So I didn't think, even at 15, that it was smart for me to introduce drugs into my life in that way to where it would um, dilute who I am, because I feel like this whole disorder is a part of who I am. So to try to medicate it, I didn't think that that was the direction that I wanted to go into, so I chose not to. It has had some hills and valleys, and it continues to have some hills and valleys. I've learned a lot as I've grown up. I mean, I'm 40 now, so during my 20s, I kind of just ignored it and just thought I'd grow out of it. You know, it was very naive thinking. Like, I can shake this. I can, you know, but ultimately, it's something that I work very hard to combat every day, every single second of every day, because sometimes the isolation, um, the feeling of isolation and the feeling of hopelessness and the feeling of being a failure, the feeling of not being good enough, the feeling of, you know, being unloved, and the feeling of just, it just comes out of nowhere sometimes. I mean, I find myself making people laugh on a regular basis, and with my business, my karaoke business, it was something that I had that I can lean on because I was sharing joy with people. Since my move out here, I haven't had that crutch that I had before. So that was kind of my medication, is just entertaining people, and not having that has been really, really difficult. And um, I get combated with people that are just telling me, oh, you just got to think positive. Oh, is that all I have to do is think positive? I didn't try that. It's like, it's crazy that people think that that's all you have to do is just think positive, and, but that's not what it is. Like, if you don't know what it feels like to walk around in your own skin and want to climb out of it and want, it's just, it's something that you would only know if you were dealing with it. And sadness is one thing. People get sad all the time. But with mental disorders and, chemical imbalances, it's not that easy. Oh, if it was that easy, I could easily do that. I, just turn your frown upside down. Oh, that's all I need to do? Weird. Okay, sounds great. Like, people just don't understand, and I think that's what our biggest problem is as a society. Is if you don't experience things, you don't know the struggle and the torment and the effort that it takes. It takes effort every day for me to get up and just to breathe. And I think about people that have lost their battles with mental illness, and it hurts me to my core, because they're successful people, they're people with families, and they seem to have everything that you could ever possibly want. And then I'm sitting here like, what makes me better than them? What makes me good enough or more deserving? And ultimately, it's the fight. It's the personally, I feel like it's the stubbornness in me that won't quit. I want to sometimes, pretty much every other day or so, I just want to give up. And there's times where I can easily just be like, I can end this today, and I can be done with all the pain. Because the ache that you feel with mental health and mental illness is constant. There are things that can distract you from it, but it's always there. It's just, it's difficult to explain to somebody who is lucky enough to not have to deal with that every day on top of life's other bullshit. I'm sorry to be blunt about it, but that's true. I mean, life has got its up hills and valleys, things in that, oh, gas went up, or you don't like this, or oh, you didn't get the right ice cream, or your coffee order was wrong, or this, whatever, you didn't get your parking spot. That's life. But when you live with mental illness, it's more than that. I think about the people that have lost their battle with mental health, and it breaks my heart, but it also makes me want to keep moving and want to do this podcast and explain to people and educate people about what to do if somebody you love is dealing with mental issues. First of all, I've been in several relationships where my partners thought that I was just being a woman, or in my feelings, being a cancer woman or emotional person, without understanding really what my disorder is. And I am not my disorder, but it is a part of me. So, and I have always been upfront with my situation. So it wasn't like a surprise. Like, I think of it as somebody who is carrying an STD around and not sharing that with their partners. You can't just walk around with herpes and then not tell somebody that you love and care about that you have that. It's important that you put it all out on the table. And I think it's important for people to understand that you shouldn't be ashamed of your chemical imbalance. It's not in your control. I'm not sure I was born bipolar. I don't know about that. Kind of, you know, the chemistry on that part. I don't know as far as my family goes, if other people in my family suffer from it. I didn't dig that really deeply as I've been trying to just navigate my life with it. So I will say I was a cutter for a long time because I thought that was an easier way to kind of deal with the pain that I was feeling that I couldn't shake. And it, you know, I've become isolated, or when I was dealing with my lows, because I would have extreme highs and low lows. That's what kind of bipolar really is. It's just mania sometimes, where I'm overthinking things and being over emotional about things, and the fact that I was around a lot of people that didn't understand made me feel like I had to just put myself in a hole. If I was feeling this way, I wouldn't talk to people. And now that I'm out here in Arizona on my own, it's easier for me to go through my lows. However, my lows seem to be a little longer. Like at this moment, have been battling a low for about a week now. I just had a tooth extraction on Friday, and I was just really sad because all I wanted was a hug, and I couldn't get one. And it just, when you're in pain and you're hurting, you just want somebody to be there for you, and to not have that is just a struggle. But I didn't have that, and I'm still here. I'm talking to you guys right now about feeling the way I do, and I feel like this is a testament or a test for me to rebuild my strength and to deal with things that I needed somebody to lean on in my past. If I don't have anybody to lean on right now, I have to lean on myself. I have to make myself stronger, and I feel like it's working. It just sucks because I want to talk about things with people that I'm going through, but I don't want to burden anybody about it because a lot of people don't understand. So I just want to say that I pray whenever I hear about celebrities. There's been a couple celebrities that I've really cared about that have taken their own lives in the last couple of years. That kind of shook my core because it made me feel like, well, I'm not that great, and they are amazing. They have billions of fans. They've sold 1 billion records. They have families. What makes me better than, what makes me good enough to still be here? And then what makes me, why am I still here? But I think the biggest reason that I'm still here is because I choose to be. And I choose life, and I choose my life because I feel like living with the battle constantly, I deserve to see what I can do and pushing myself to do those things. I want to give up every other day. I feel like I'm not good enough every other day. I feel like I'm not doing enough every other day, sometimes twice a day. I've just been very low recently, but I think about the fact that I've been here so long now. I was 15 when I was diagnosed. I'm 40 now. I've went through so much, anguish and pain and hurt, like pain that I just didn't think I could live through, and I have, and I'm still here. I'm here for a reason, and I feel like there's no mistakes in that, and so I'm not saying that people who have lost their battles were weak. I'm just saying that I'm not. And for anybody who is listening that is dealing with the same struggle that I am, just know that if you want it, if you want to keep it, keep going and keep moving and see what you really can do with this life that you have. It's not a it's not a handicap. If anything, it's a badge of honor, because the stronger people in this world handle more things and heavier stuff. You know, um, people with easy lives don't understand what it is to struggle through your own mind, and your own internal torment. That is worse than any kind of struggle. Um, but I just want to say that even when I feel like giving up, I'm really, really stubborn, so I probably never will. So I just want to say, don't give up hope. I'm learning to believe in myself even when I don't want to believe in myself. I'm getting up every day even when I don't want to get up every day, because I never know what day would be the day that things will change. And I will see all the hard work pay off. So I'm going to get up every day. I might cry or be sad, but I'll get up every single day. And I hope and I encourage everyone who's going through the struggle to do the same thing. Wake up every day. Put your shoes on. Take a shower. Make yourself some great food. Put on your best jams. Do something good for yourself, because that's all we can do in this struggle with mental health. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm sorry, this was I just had to get these feelings out. You guys are incredible. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will talk to you guys soon. This is Shay with your chest. You guys have a wonderful week. Peace.